Hare Krishna. So today I'm going to be demonstrating some advanced techniques, advanced finger positions on the Mridanga, and I'll be showing you how to play stroke, which is also sometimes called nak, or it's called one-up technique. Babu calls it the one-up technique. So that's the first one, and then I'll also be showing you how to play the slide. Some people will call it whoop, that's the colloquial, or Dugi, or Gubu. So, and then after that, I'm going to be showing you some more styles that you can play, more sounds that you can make with the Mridanga. And then in the end, we'll just go over like a brief recap of the basic hand technique and finger positions. Okay, so to play the stroke, you need to place your middle finger right here on the edge of the black part, on the edge of the Ghat. And the ring finger will be here on the kinar, this flap of skin. The little finger will be slightly off the Mridanga. Now, depending on the size of your hand, you can have different positions. You can have your fingers almost completely straight, or you can have them bent like this. And also depending on the size of your hand, the size of the Mridanga, you might have different positions. But the most important thing is that your middle finger is right here on the edge of the black part, and the index finger, the tip of the finger, should be hitting this flap of skin called the kinar. So one way to find that position, you put your hands in the position where you would play ta or te. You pull your hand back, then you bend these three fingers, and then your index finger will be up here. And there should be a rotation of the hand. Middle finger strikes like a millisecond before, and then the index finger is striking there. So it's like a sharp, high-pitched sound. Compare that to the ta, or te, or re. So we have the stroke sound. And then one simple exercise you can use to practice this: ta, ko, te, te. 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 Ta, ko. And some example of Kirtan mantras. To play the slide sound, the Gubu, first of all, you need to place your wrist or the base of the hand right here on the edge of the Ghat. And you need to learn how to strike with your two fingers, your middle finger and your ring finger. So you're bringing the fingers down and pulling back a little bit. So it's just the fingertips that should be hitting. Once you practice doing this, you can play some mantras that you know. Din titta gadina din titta gadina din titta gadina, or ginna ginna ja ginna ginna ja ginna ja. Once you have the strength in your fingers, you can also practice changing the pitch. So you would go dee 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 dee. And that will give you control. And then once you have that, then you can start sliding. So you'll strike and then slide your hand. So this is the first slide that you will learn. There are many different kinds, but this is the first one. So if we were to use that in Kirtan, so the second thing I'll show you on this side is using three fingers. So you hit with these two, and then you can also hit with the index finger. And that'll give you a little more speed. So that's you can practice that using Hatuti 1 as well. And you can use it for different kirtan beats where you want to be hitting a lot on the big side. So like. Style. Then there's the downward slide. So the first slide you learned was like this. This is easier to play. Then there's the downward slide. This is actually my favorite one. And you're using your thumb, pressing it here on the top, then you strike, and then you slide down. And the timing of the strike is essential. If you get the timing right, you'll get the right sound. Then we have the third style that you're going to learn, which is diagonal. You're using more the meat of the thumb here, the muscle right here, and you'll slide diagonally. Then after that, you can practice what's called the bounce. So you're striking, pulling back, and then bringing the base of the hand to the center. So you can practice this with dene, 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 de, ne. Ne with 3 fingers. Dene, 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 dene. So da te tena ge dene, da te tena ge dene. Then another one that you can do is the backward slide. So you pull back and then slide forward. Unlike the bounce, your hand does not leave the drum head. So an example of how we can use this. You can also practice it with de ne, or you could say de 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 de. Index and 3 on the small side. And so we can use this in lo fatal, the 2-beat, using Damarastakam. Da de 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 da da di na ta ke te 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 ta ta. Okay, then after that, we have close sounds. So you can do a close sound like this. The base of the hand usually stays on the big side when you're playing bhajan style. You can also have your thumb in, slightly different sound. You can cut the hand a little bit. And all these different sounds give you more variety and more ways to express yourself and follow the mood of the kirtan, the leader. So then another style is using your nails and the knuckles here. And your thumb will be on the side of your index finger. So, tako te te, tako te te, tako te te, tako te te, takana, 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 takana. And then you can watch other videos to see how to use the flick technique on the small side and on the big side. There is one flick technique that I did not show you in that video, and that's an open sound flick. So, okay, and then we have one extra style. This is not so commonly used in Kirtan, but there are some Mridanga players that especially favor this style. So usually it works better when your hands are slightly moist. So if you've been playing a lot in Kirtan, you will have a little bit of sweat on your hands, and it'll be easier to make this sound. can use your middle finger and you place your thumb just below the end of your middle finger right here, and you relax the finger and you allow it to vibrate on the drum head. So. And you can use it in other areas. It's just a stylistic that you can add into it. So there's one more style that you can use on the small side. Place your index finger over the middle finger. It gives a slightly different sound. So keep. Now a recap of the basic hand position and technique. So, te, that's 4 fingers closed. Then we have the thumb. Thumb will be in the center, striking the center. Very common mistake is to strike too low. And then ta, an open sound. Then we have 3 fingers. And then we have the index finger. Can be open or closed. Open sound on the big side. Hand should be on top, index finger on the flap of skin, the kinar, just below the rim. The end of the metacarpal bone here should be striking the rim. Common mistake is to be down too low. Keep it up. Close sound. The base of the fingers should be striking the center, and the fingers should be pressing in. Don't touch the base of your hand to the mridanga. Keep it off the mridanga. Close sound. Hare Krishna. So that was a recap of the basic technique and also a demonstration of the more advanced techniques used in bhajan kirtan. And if you would like to see more of the flick technique, we have a video on that. I'll leave a link in the description. And also, if you would like to learn more techniques like this, then you can always sign up for classes at mridangastudios.com. Thank you very much.